Five things we all secretly did as kids, part one. Y'all remember when you used to go swimming and then you would lie in the pool and act like you were dead just to test if your friends would, like, come and save you or some shit? We all did this, and no, it did not ever work. Yo, someone tell me why we all drew these same exact suns in the corner of our papers as kids. Like, and every time I drew this, I literally felt like fucking Picasso. For all my people that had stairs in their house, like, yo, if you actually walked up them normally, I feel you're kind of a psychopath, because this is what we did as kids. As kids, we definitely made a marker sword. Like, yo, if you didn't make this, your childhood, it just wasn't as good as ours. And finally, this was the fucking hangout spot. This was the chill spot. We would have the best conversations here. Things we all secretly did as kids, part two. For some reason, like, running your hand, like, through the, the lines in the wall was, like, the most entertaining shit ever. Like, why did we all do this as a kid? I don't know, but that shit was fun. Yo, if you didn't get, like, 10th degree burns, like, from seatbelts, like, when you were a kid during the summer, you probably weren't a kid. We all used to throw these rings at the bottom of the pool and then see if we can go get them on some, like, fucking scuba diving shit. And I barely survived. We had the most legendary conversations right here, at this table, right here. And we would sit with the same people every single. We all tried to push down every color at once. I mean, like, we all tried it. I mean, yeah, we all tried it. Five things we all secretly did as kids, part three. Y'all remember when you're taking a test and, like, you would get 5 answers in a row and you'd be like, yo, there's no way there's 5 answers in a row like this. Like, you had to change one. Yo, if you didn't hide in the clothing racks in the mall, like, when you were a kid and, like, try to scare your parents, did you actually have a childhood? Because you probably didn't. This one's for all my people that have siblings out there. You remember when you were pouring you and your sibling a drink and then you would pour yourself, like, a little bit more just because you're just better than them? Yo! Bro, I know y'all remember getting y'all's fingers stuck in these right here. Like, I would have my fingers stuck in these and I wouldn't get them out for, like, fucking 4 days. Five things we all did as kids, part four. We all tried to take the opposite ends of the magnets and try to force them together like that shit was possible, and it was not, but we tried. People who say childbirth is like the worst type of pain clearly have not hit their like leg with the fucking scooter. This shit hurt! We all used to lean back in our chairs in class, and I would get yelled at probably every 5 minutes for this shit. And shit, I would keep doing it. Touching the top of the door, like, as we walked through it was the way we asserted our dominance as kids. Like, you had to do this every time you walked through a door. We all ate our string cheese in the same way by, like, pulling off little tiny strips until it was, like, no more. Five things we all secretly did as kids, part five. I know y'all remember playing Heads Up 7-Up and then, like, cheating, like, looking under your desk. Yes, I know you did that because I did that shit too. This toy at the doctor's office was somehow at every single one, and, like, this shit was fun as fuck when we were kids. Like, this was the game. We all used to sharpen our pencils until there was literally no more left. For what reason, I couldn't tell you. And could we write? Absolutely not. Did anyone else, like, put your hand under the hand sanitizer and then swipe that shit out, like, and dodge at the last second? Because, like, I felt like I was getting away with murder when I did that shit. We all remember this. This was the best day in gym class. Nobody can tell me different. Five things we all secretly did as kids, part six. We all would drink these Capri Suns, finish them, and then when we were done, we would blow them back up again and act like they were full. Don't lie, I know you did that shit. We couldn't just eat Teddy Grahams regularly. Like, we had to, like, pick out each body part like we were gonna eat first. Like, I would start with the head and then the legs. Motherfuckers that drew this as a kid are probably immune to coronavirus now. You're lying if you say you didn't break off your pencil and then, like, sharpen the other end so you have a double-sided pencil. Because, like, this shit just made us feel cool for some reason. And I know y'all remember these math blocks. Like, these right here. The amount of inappropriate things I built with these. Five things we all did as kids, part seven. Y'all don't know real pain until you felt this hitting your ankle in gym class. This shit is worse than childbirth. Yo, y'all remember when y'all were playing hide and seek and, like, the seeker walked right past you in your hiding spot and didn't see you? Like, this shit was a powerful feeling. Can someone tell me why we all, like, whenever we were eating, like, these corn dogs, we would just eat the bread first and then it would just literally be like a hot dog on a stick? We all played the floor is lava and we took this shit, like, to heart. Like, serious. This was serious. The worst thing ever was when you were at a sleepover and then you were the first one to wake up. You would literally just sit there in silence, waiting for everybody else to wake up. Five things we all did as kids, part eight. We all did these multiplication tables and, like, we had to, like, race to finish them. And if you were the first one to finish, this was the biggest flex in elementary school. I don't know why we all did this, but, like, when we were eating, like, Lucky Charms, we would just separate the marshmallows. Like, we wouldn't even eat the regular cereal. We all made sure as kids that when we went to sleep, our feet were not dangling off the bed like this. Because if they were, we thought some boogie monster was going to fucking eat them. Yes, we all did this in the shower. No, you're not the only one. And yes, we all thought we were airbenders. We all would go to the library and check out these Goosebumps books. Did I read them? No. But did the cover look interesting? Yes. 5 things we all did as kids, part 9. I don't know why we did this, but we all tossed food like in the air and tried to catch it in our mouths. Like we thought we were so cool. I slept with a nightlight, you slept with a nightlight, because if not, I mean, we probably would have all got attacked by some monster that doesn't exist. Okay, but who actually played the original Connect 4? Like not the iMessage game, like this Connect 4, because this shit hit different. Yo! If you did not have a pillow pet, your childhood was whack. I'm sorry. Yo, who remembers Gangnam Style? Because when we were kids, like, we would all be doing that dance. Like, tell me you didn't do that dance. 5 things we all did as kids, part 10. You are lying if you are saying that you did not search your own name up on Google as a kid just to see what would come up. Because we all did this. We all, like, stuck the eraser in the sharpener just to see what would happen. I don't know why, but we did. Making these right here and doing it with all of your friends. Simpler times. We all had this red scooter right here. No one knows why. We all did. And we all hit our ankles, and that shit hurts more than childbirth. These books right here, like, these were the only books I would check out from the library because I wasn't reading no chapter book. 5 things we all did as kids, part 11. Come on now. Come on now. The Magic School Bus hit different. Let's just take a moment of silence for Club Penguin and also for the people who didn't play Club Penguin. I don't know why we all did this, but, like, this just made me feel so cool. Like, this made me feel like I was Peter Parker. This book right here, come on! We all read this book. Like, no matter, we all read it. Excuse me. I'm gonna need you to log out for me. Because that's the shit I got every single time I was playing this when I was not supposed to. 5 things we all did as kids, part 12. I can't be the only one that would tear the wrappers off the bottles just, like, for no reason. Like, I would just tear it off because I was bored. Now, this shit, like, cookie dough when we were kids, looked too good. Even though it was, like, give us salmonella, this shit looked too good. Kids growing up these days have iPhones, but we had Game Boys, and like this shit, like, I'm so glad we had Game Boys. It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. We all knew like this song that's like, I'm a Barbie girl, and like, yeah, that we all knew that song. Somebody tell me why we all took the gum wrappers off and like would use them as grills. Like, we all did this shit. 5 things we all did as kids, part 5. I don't fucking know. Y'all remember when it was like a special occasion and you had like a wine glass and you filled that shit up with straight apple juice, but you were drunk. Like, you were for sure drunk. We all would like walk on the sidewalk and count each step in between the cracks and made sure that we did not step on the crack because I don't fucking know. Yo, these pencil grips were a flex. Please tell me I'm not the only one that used to chew on these, though. Y'all remember going up to the teacher to ask her a question, just, like, look at her answer sheet and then going back and, like, changing your answer sheet? Because I definitely did this shit. These blocks right here just bring back so many memories. Like, I remember building swords, dicks, anything. 5 things we all did as kids, part 15. We all drew on ourselves, like, when we were, like, in class and bored, like, whether it was like this or just, like, a simple shit. Like, we all drew on ourselves. As kids, we all thought that if you, like, put your eyes cross-eyed for too long, like, you would just get stuck cross-eyed. And that shit is a myth, but we all thought this. I can't be the only one who wore up, like, my backpack forward just, like, randomly. Just, I don't know why we all did this, but we tried it. This chart right here, like, I went down in history as the only kid to ever go from a yellow back to a green. That's it. We all, like, drank our cans and then we just, like, smush them on the ground for no reason. Like, I don't know if we were, like, letting out our anger, but we would just